Hello and welcome back to the Elsie McClure version. Today we are in Hosea chapter 8. Context, this is, if you want to read it, it's 2 Kings 10 through 20 and 2 Chronicles 23 through 32. That's the context of all this being written in, okay? So Hosea is a prophet during that time, and that's why what he's saying to Israel is actually not overreacting, because they were really evil. So we're just going to jump into verse 1. Set the trumpet to your lips. One like a vulture is over the house of the Lord. Ooh. Because they have transgressed my covenant and rebelled against my law. To me they cry, my God, we, Israel, know you. Israel has spurned the good. Excuse me. The enemy shall pursue him. They made kings, but not through me. They set up princes, but I knew it not. With their silver and gold they made idols for their own destruction. Dang. Dang. One like a vulture is crazy. Oh, man, that's crazy. Verse 5. I've spurned your calf, O Samaria. My anger burns against them. How long will they be incapable of innocence? For it is from Israel a craftsman made it. It is not God. The calf of Samaria shall be broken to pieces. For they sow the wind, and they shall reap the whirlwind. The standing grain has no heads. It shall yield no flour. Okay, so they made another calf of gold, which I don't understand how people worship cows anyway. But anyway, so he's basically just going on and saying, listen, you've been doing all this evil. You don't know me. I don't know what you're talking about. And you're going to reap what you sow. So, into verse 7, if it were to yield, strangers would devour it. So if the wheat did yield something, strangers would devour it. Verse 8, Israel is swallowed up already. They are among the nations as a useless vessel. For they have gone up to Assyria, a wild donkey wandering alone. Ephraim has hired lovers. Okay, verse 10. Though they hire allies among the nations, I will soon gather them up, and the king and princes shall soon writhe because of the tribute. Because Ephraim has multiplied altars for sinning, they have become to him altars for sinning. Were I to write for him my laws by the 10,000s, they would be regarded as a strange thing. This is pretty self-explanatory, what Hosea is saying, that the Lord is saying to Israel and Ephraim and Judah. But it's heavy. This is not something to be light. Like, the analogies here, not light, fun and dandy. This is heavy. This is what happens when you go away from the Lord and you follow idols. This is what happens when we commit idolatry with anything. This is where we end up. We have hardened our hearts against the Lord. Verse 13. As for sacrificial offerings, they sacrifice meat and eat it, but the Lord does not accept them. Now he will remember their iniquity and punish their sins. They shall return to Egypt, where they were in bondage. So, for Israel has forgotten his maker and built palaces, and Judah has multiplied fortified cities. So I will send a fire upon his cities, and it shall devour her strongholds. So he's like, listen, you have forgotten your maker. So everything is getting freaking destroyed. So that's crazy. Yeah, Hosea is not exactly the happiest of books. But I think he does end up asking them to come back to him. But anyway, that's Hosea 8 tonight. Not really anything crazy. I mean, I think verse 14, for Israel has forgotten his maker, is crazy. And then God literally is like, you built this, but you forgot me, so I'm going to burn it. He's a jealous God. You know? How incapable. How long will they be incapable of innocence? That's crazy. Anyway. Crazy things to think about. Crazy things to think about. And I will see you tomorrow.